I was sad the other week to hear that Benjamin Zephaniah had died. Understandably, his sudden passing shocked many and prompted an outpouring of love and appreciation for this trailblazing poet. A talented man for sure, but also a man of unique integrity. He knew what and who he stood for. From my point of view, with his use of humour and his energetic performances, he made poetry accessible, believable, necessary. No mean feat. But it wasn't fluffy nonsense. His work was often pointed, laced with meaning and intent. It had something to say, something to be heeded, because more often than not, it emerged from his lived experience. Whether it was challenging racism or tackling social injustice, he knew what he was talking about and what he wanted to say. He had values and he attempted to live by them. One of his friends wrote, Zephaniah was a devoted friend of the marginalised and dispossessed, a beacon of hope and an inspiration. While another tribute said, he called out life's iniquities, hoping all the while for something better. Simple, but significant stuff. So I wasn't at all surprised to hear that in 2012, when he was a guest editor for the Today programme, he commissioned a special bulletin that contained only good news. Apparently, when they asked people to submit good news stories, they were inundated. Celebrating a friend's birthday, someone's morning sickness had passed, a family member had received the all clear following cancer treatment. A neighbour had finally obtained a new allotment and was starting to grow their own veg. Characteristically, Zephaniah wanted to challenge the culture of negativity by promoting and sharing positive stories. As he himself said, we have to believe that in the end good will overcome evil. So, here's some good news that the pioneering poet might have liked to hear. At the weekend, over 100 friends and neighbours got together to eat mince pies, drink mulled wine and sing Christmas carols. There was a brass band, loads of Christmas jumpers and some mediocre seasonal jokes. There was plenty of smiling and laughter as folk caught up and wished one another a happy Christmas. Simple, but significant stuff. Of course, the Christmas story centres around another trailblazer of unique integrity, who knew what and who he stood for. Another devoted friend of the marginalised and dispossessed. Born in a cattle shed, this beacon of hope would one day proclaim good news to the poor, recovery of sight for the blind, freedom for the prisoner and the oppressed. No surprise that the angels told the shepherds his birth was good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Simple, but significant stuff. Maybe Benjamin Zephaniah isn't the only one with a joyful legacy.